everyone, welcome to your stretch and flow sequence. This is a quick stretch and flow that you can do almost anywhere at any time to reset your mind, body, and heart, maybe first thing in the morning when you wake up or to end your day. So let's get into it. You're gonna meet me in your child's pose position. Big toes come to touch, knees are wide if you wanna breathe into the hips. If you wanna take traditional child's pose with knees together, arms down by your side, that's always an option. And then gently just start to walk the hands forward. Let the forehead rest on the ground. And let's take a few diaphragmatic breaths here. So deep inhale, low belly fills. Feel the air make its way into the back body, moving up the spine. And then when you're ready, open mouth exhale. Again, deep inhale. Exhale, release. One more time. And then gently start to slide your wrist underneath your shoulders, coming into a flat back tabletop position. And together we'll move through a few rounds of cat-cows. So again, shoulders stacked over wrist, hips over knees, finding that flexion and extension of the spine. Inhale, chest drops. Exhale, tuck your tailbone, the chin goes to chest. And then pay attention to the shoulder blades here. Really feel them pull together as you come into cow. And then feel them protract at the top as you come into cat. Add in any intuitive movements here. So maybe hip sways side to side. Maybe you flip the wrist around. Head and neck stretches. Linking breath to movement. And then we'll find puppy pose together. So keep the hips stacked over the knees. Walk the fingertips forward. You can either let your chin or your forehead rest on the ground. Just make sure those forearms are elevated and you can get a nice stretch underneath the arms and in the side body. Lengthening through the spine. And then gently start to slide back into your tabletop position. Let's fire up the core ever so slightly. I love a little core work. It houses the breath. So press into the palms of the hands. Tuck all 10 toes. Lift your navel up and in towards your spine. Lift your knees 2 inches off the ground. Just hold. So again, just activating in the center body ever so slightly. Your gaze is down and forward. Deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, navel pulls up and into spine. Hold for 4, for 3, for 2, and on 1, slowly start to send the hips up and back. Find your down dog. So, starting to wake up the backs of the legs, you can press into one foot while you bend the opposite knee, pedaling out the legs side to side. And then think of your tailbone reaching up towards the sky. You can come onto the balls of the feet, lift the heels high. Honestly, whatever feels good. Maybe shake the head yes, shake the head no. And then land in some stillness. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Open mouth exhale, let everything go. On your next inhale, step your right foot in between the hands. Lower your left knee, sweep the arms high. Oh, my shirt is lifting. Reach up through the fingertips and then bring your right hand down by your side. Extend the left arm up and over for a side body stretch. Nice. You can even find a few shoulder rotations here. And then bring both hands on top of the right knee, shift the hips forward. And something that I want you to think about that I actually learned from one of my teaching mentors, Chandler, is instead of just dumping the body into the knee, really try to keep that core engagement. It's safer on the joints. So ribs tucked up and in, tailbone stays tucked as you hinge forward. Again, just to protect your joints. You're still getting that nice hip flexor stretch on the left side. And then we'll meet in a half split. So straighten out the right leg, hinge the hips back, and notice what the hips are doing. You'll probably have to pull your right hip back in line with your left as you let your chest melt on top of your quad. Yes, you'll get that nice hamstring stretch in the back of the leg. And then play around with your ankle. You can point and flex a few times. And then gently re-bend your right knee. Fly the back leg off the ground. Just step your right foot back to meet your left. Press to down dog. Nice, let's do it on the other side. Left foot steps forward, right knee drops. Take a deep inhale, arms sweep high. Britt has to fix her sweatshirt again. It's okay. Left hand comes down to left hip. Extend your right arm up and over. If you can, I didn't say this on the other side, you can bring your left hand down towards the ground. Again, maybe finding those shoulder rotations. And then place both hands on top of the left knee this time. Shift forward. Again, keep that core engagement and breathe into the right hip flexor. You know, I love this little sequence so much because it's not long, but it's effective. And sometimes all we need is just a little bit of movement to open up the body, to drop back into the body, to get out of our spiraling minds. So breathing into any areas that feel tight, and then let's find a half split on this side, Pull the left hip and back in line with the right. Keep a micro bend in that leg that's extended, and then you can point and flex through the left foot. And then you'll re-bend the left knee, fly the back leg off of the ground, step back, push back into your high plank. So, this next exercise is about linking breath to movement again. It's really about fluidity of the spine. So you can watch me. On your inhale, you're gonna sweep forward. You're gonna pass through your high plank, open up into up dog, gaze high, and then as you exhale, shift the hips up and back. So I like to do this in increments of about 30 seconds to a minute. Again, fluidity of the spine, just letting the spine move, linking breath to movement as you do this. Maybe this wasn't the best thing to wear. Do it one more time. We'll meet in down dog, and we're gonna start to wrap things up in our half pigeon, but we're gonna come into a yin style. So instead of bringing the shin parallel to the top of the mat, draw the right knee to the top of the mat, but bring the right heel in line with the left hip. Just a little bit different. And then option one, square up your shoulders, keep your chest lifted, or option two, you can come down to your elbows. I'm on a lot of flights, so any hip opening exercises, especially this one, sometimes half pigeon's just so intense. This is a nice little modified version, and it still opens up the back of the hamstrings, the glute, the hip flexor, low back, all of those tight areas we get from either sitting all day at work, traveling, just not moving. This is also a great little sequence you can do if you have like 20 minutes in your work day. Start to lift your chest. We'll take it on the other side. Again, square off the shoulders. Inhale, chest can stay lifted, or you can come down. And then slowly start to lift the chest. You can come back into down dog, or you can just swing that back leg around. Bring the soles of the feet to touch as I reshush and readjust. Option one, you stay in an upright position. Option two, you walk the fingertips forward, tuck the chin to chest. Slowly start to restack your spine. Extend your right leg out to the side. Bring the sole of the left foot to the inside of the right knee. bring the right elbow down to the mat, extend the left arm up and over. Inhale, rise. Let's find this on the other side. Extend left leg out to the side. Left elbow comes down to the mat. Right arm reaches up and over. And really make this practice yours with any of these, whether it's Pilates, stretching, breath work. Add in the movements that feel good for you. Come back through center. Comfortably cross your legs, whatever that looks like for you. Let's find a twist. Place your left hand outside of your right knee, twist, look over your right shoulder. Inhale, come back to center, twist on the other side. Come back through center. I want you to identify something that's not serving you, something that you're like, I want to leave this on the mat. So shake out the wrist, shake out the arm, shake some shit out, let something go. Shake, 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 shake. And then land both hands on the heart. My mic is there, so I'm going to be a little cautious. And I forgot to mention, if you haven't moved the fleshy away from your sit bones, please do so. So you're sitting up nice and straight. Roll the shoulders up and back. Chin is in a neutral position. Reach to the crown of your head. Let's end in breath work as always. So to start, let's practice a few diaphragmatic breaths with the hand on the heart. Deep inhale, low belly fills. Really exaggerate it. Exhale, navel to spine. Again, deep inhale. Exhale, release. And then deep, deep inhale. Hold it at the top. And then open mouth, exhale. Let everything go. Gently let the palms land on the lap. Keep the eyes closed if you can. Listen to my instruction. The next exercise we're gonna do, only do if it's in the morning, if you don't have heart problems, if you're not pregnant, it's a bit activating, if you're not on your cycle. If you are any of those things, just stick with the diaphragmatic breath as we go through this practice. So it's not gonna be long and it's gonna be slow, but it's a deep inhale through the mouth. Hold it for a beat at the top when you fill at capacity, and then exhale out the mouth. Navel pulls to spine. So again, deep inhale. Again, stay with this pattern. Deep inhale, low belly fills. Once you fill up to capacity, hold. And then exhale out the mouth. Once you empty out, just hold. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, release. A few more times. On this next round, we're just gonna find a breath hold. Deep inhale, fill up. Suspend. Hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently bow your chin to your chest. Open your eyes, and when you're ready, you can lift your gaze. One more time, shake something out, let something go. Inhale, sweep the arms high, pull the energy back down into the heart. May the light that we all created shine within each one of you in your thoughts and what you think, in your words and what you speak, and in your actions and what you do. Namaste.